You would think I'm a professional at what I do, having the key light behind me, but it's such a mess in here, so let's just do it like this. I decided to sell my SL2-s. It's not like the SL2-s was a bad camera by any means. I've used it for a long time. I don't have it anymore. I sold it to my good friend Ben, so he could run a SL2-s as a photo setup, and he has the SL3 coming in to be his main video camera as well. So the reason why I sold the camera was basically it was a perfect, beautiful photo camera. The problem I had with it was shooting video. So the SL2-s isn't the best video camera. It works perfectly fine if you're a videographer and you do manual focusing for the most part, but for myself doing talking head stuff for YouTube basically and other smaller things, it wasn't awesome, which was a problem. Keeping such an expensive camera, I felt that keeping it would be problematic, especially if I didn't want to go into having it as a main photography camera. Or even if I would get the SL3 and use that as a video focus one and have the other one as a backup. So all in all, I reached a crossroad. Should I keep going with the SL line, buying a SL3, keep shooting video with that if I needed to, keep the SL2-s as a photo camera? The problem is that I mainly shoot with my M cameras, so having the SL was just a nice complement to my M cameras basically. So to keep on shooting on the SL line of cameras didn't really make sense to me, so I sold it. That's the whole reason. It's a beautiful camera. It works perfectly with M glass. It worked perfectly shooting Sigma with it. I have examples of that as well. But as a video camera, it didn't stack up. Mainly because, yeah, the face auto detect thing. I could do moves towards the camera like this and move back, and it took a second, 1.5 seconds or something like that. It could be that it was the Sigma glass that was the problem. Maybe I should have gotten Leica glass and it would have been faster, but still, sinking that much money into a system that I wasn't sure about if I should even keep on shooting was problematic. So I sold it. And what I decided to get instead was the Leica Q2. Now I used to own the original one, the Leica Q, and I thought about going back to that one, but buying this one made more sense, mainly because I wanted to have an option to be fully, not fully, but at least weather sealed to a certain degree, right? It has some type of rating. I think it says IP5.2, says on the back. But having something that I could use for travel and not worry that much about, I decided to sell off the SL2-s with the Sigma lens and just find a good deal on this one. And I got a really good deal on this one. So yeah, this replaced my SL. Now I could probably shoot video with this. I haven't tried yet. I might try it in the future. And I'll probably make a camera review of this one later on when I've used it more. I don't like doing reviews of any camera that I haven't shot for at least 6 months. Yeah, so that was the whole reason. I'm pretty sad leaving the SL behind actually, but so if I were ever to go back to SL type of cameras, it would either be the original one to shoot basically photos only, mounting M glass on it, and if I were to do video, it would either be the SL3, expensive jump, or the Lumix S5-2X, right? That's the name of it. Those just seem like workhorses and amazing. But since I don't do that much video work, I feel like this, the Osmo that I use now, is perfectly fine for my needs at least. Now, let's look into the work I did with the SL2-s. I started off shooting the Sigma 35 1.4 art lens, mainly because I thought I would need autofocus to do any type of model fashion work, right? So I started shooting that. Then quickly I realized that I don't need it. I can do everything on my Voigtlanders or M glass in general. So let's have a look at those images. The EVF on the SL2-s is amazing. Super high definition. Everything was super easy when it came to manual focus, everything. So it wasn't a problem. I never had a problem shooting this one for photography reasons. I did shoot some video, I'm gonna put it up as well, but that was all manual focus on the Sigma, shooting some work for a guitar builder here in Stockholm. So if I ever get into shooting more serious video work again, then yeah, maybe SL3, if it's worth it. It's so expensive. I would probably go Lumix in that sense. I think basically that's it. So to recap, I would recommend the SL2-s for people who shoot primarily photos. It's perfect for that, especially adapting and mount glass. I ran a lot of Voigtländer glass on it. And you shoot some video. Mostly if you control the camera yourself, you do all manual focus and stuff like that. It works if you don't move towards the camera that much, but I wouldn't rely on the autofocus in serious freelance work. Yeah, it's not fast enough for the most part. But doing interviews, static shots, simple things, that works perfectly fine, and it's beautiful. All of it is really beautiful. So I highly recommend it for that. But yeah, if you want a proper video camera or hybrid video camera type of thing, I would go for the SL3 if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, yeah, go for the Lumix S5 II. Yeah, that's probably the best workhorse camera out there. Ask anyone, really. It seems pretty amazing. Yeah, that's about it actually. My Instagram and everything is in the description below if you want to talk about the SL2-s, any of my M cameras, or the new Leica Q, or yeah, any other camera that you found me talking about. Yeah, let's talk about it. Just hit me up on any social media. I'm on Threads and Instagram for the most part. You can also write down in the comments down below. That's about it. Yeah, all right, see you guys.